Good evening. What is going on, everybody? Going on, Ethan? I know you are here with us. Welcome to Tyler Daniels Racing here at Michigan International Speedway. As usual, you got me, Josh Kelleher, and we got Ethan from ET Drone Home Gaming. Ethan, you got you with us?
I am here. I was just
Good.
trying to finish up uh, my dinner, which pretty much got that
Sustenance?
all taken care of now, and well, mostly
Right as
taken
we
care
went
of.
live?
But
Right as we went live? That's okay. Eat away, buddy. No one can see you. You're absolutely fine. I hope everybody's doing good on this. I don't know, chilly where I am here in Salt Lake City. Very chilly day and chilly night. I didn't check the weather on the East Coast. Was it raining today out there, or did you have some decent weather at
oh,
least?
it absolutely was raining, and it was raining all day long, and it probably still raining out there for all I can tell. But
Well,
that
sunny
is
skies
not
in Michigan.
what I wanted to happen there. But
Well, we got sunny skies here in Michigan, so no matter where you are in the country, stay warm. Tune in to some TDR Racing Next Gen Series. Michigan virtual racing. Tires will be a factor tonight. Fuel will be a factor tonight. Super speedway speeds and intermediate turns. That's the way I look at it.
we're starting the playoffs tonight. This is the first race of two in the first round. So it's a pretty quick turnaround between the rounds. So you don't really have a whole lot of room for mistakes. The bottom four will be eliminated after the race next Sunday. If I'm not mistaken, we still have racing next Sunday. I know the holidays coming up, so the schedule can be a little tricky to follow. But yeah, we do have a race uh, next Sunday. So we got Michigan tonight, and then Dover next Sunday, and then we'll eliminate four drivers from playoff contention at that point.
And it'll be easy for everybody to follow along at home. Anybody in the playoffs on the ticker and on the car, you'll see a capital P in quotations. That does indicate a playoff driver. So that means those 16 drivers are in contention to move up. But as you said, four will be eliminated after next week, and they'll lose that P in the quotation in the parentheses there. So you can't follow along on the ticker, also on the front back of the car. You'll
Well,
be able to see all that there.
unfortunately, for some reason, the it's not wanting to show up on the ticker like it does in iRacing. We've only got one driver right now that's actually showing up for, and on the ticker, it's only showing just the P. That's Tracy Wooten. So, if you're looking on the ticker tonight and you see a P in parentheses, and you're wondering, well, who the heck is that? And that's Tracy Wooten.
Well, that's okay. We'll get that fixed at some point, but you can definitely follow along with them on the car when there's some zoomed in shots. You'll be able to see the P on there. Be able to follow along. And if you're rooting for your favorite driver, you know if they're in the playoffs or not.
We've already got some people in here with us tonight. We got the Valsbergs are here. Uh, Happy to have you all here watching tonight. We got Paul's watching from Southern California. I know that he's out there uh, with work, forest fires, and things of that nature.
Well, then we definitely set our thoughts and stay safe out there, Paul, for us. We appreciate everything you do, that's for sure.
There it is. First person asking me what I was eating.
I was waiting for it. I was even making a joke prior to going live.
What's up, Tay? I had meatloaf, mashed potatoes, and corn.
Mom is meatloaf. Mom
Yep,
make it. Yep, there you
yep,
go. That's always the special meatloaf.
good stuff.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Michigan. Michigan International Speedway. It's 1,400 plus. Wow, that's a lot. 1,400 plus acres set in the Irish Hills of southeastern Michigan. Looks like they started building this track back in 1967, so this track has overcome many years of different things and transformations. Fun fact about it, so they used 2.5 million yards of dirt to form the D-shaped oval. And coincidentally enough, that D-shaped oval was designed by Charles Moneypenny. What a great last name to have, Moneypenny. You don't hear names like that nowadays. Back in the day you did, but man, where are the Moneypennies now? That's a great last name. Oh my gosh, I love that name. He also designed Daytona International Speedway, so that's where the Moneypenny name comes in. But man, what a great name to have, Moneypenny. Josh Moneypenny. I think I'm gonna change my name.
I say he made it up himself.
I mean, there are people out there that do use, aliases and assume names, but stage names. A lot of Hollywood actors and actresses used to do that back in the day. So you never know. It could be one of his stage names, but Charles Moneypenny, designer of Michigan International Speedway, Daytona International Speedway. Love it. What a great name. 15-degree banking here, not in the front stretch, but definitely in the turns. Let your car stick in these turns. A lot of people go high. You see a lot of people go low on the front stretch, gain a little extra time. Dipping below the yellow, coming back up before the turn. That is common here. Some people might not do it. Kind of upsets the car, especially next gen with the splitters, but some people really do like doing that to catch a tenth or here or there on the car in front of you and then get back up into their draft. So you'll see a lot of that here tonight. People dipping below the low line, right along the start-finish line on that curbed front stretch.
Yeah, you can kind of save tires the best by running the bottom, but kind of running about, let's say about middle. You got that first seam that runs across the bottom. So we see Jim get loose off the corner and spin about 1,000 times. But about under that first seam is a pretty good place to be, and we can try to get an in-car perspective of just about where I'm talking about.
I had to check on the brownies. I was in the Discord earlier letting everybody know I was making brownies. I had to run over and check them real quick. They look good. I think I nailed it this time. Nice flaky top, a chewy center, and a not too crusty outside. That's how I like my brownies. Some people like the crusty outsides, the hard. I don't like the hard outsides. I like the soft all the way around and a gooey middle. Fun brownie fact for Josh tonight.
You can see there that Bob's running right. He's got his left side tires basically right on that seam that I'm referring to. So I think that's where we'll see the vast majority. But I mean, you can definitely run the high side too.
My racing, I tend to do that later on when my tires are gone. I try to slow it down, stay up high. But there's so many different grooves here now with the new iRacing model with the tire fall off going to certain parts of the track. It's you got to find what's going to best work for you in the grooves with the new iRacing racing model with the tires too. So the next couple of weeks will be interesting to see what how that plays out for people's league racing, especially here at Tyler Daniels Racing.
So we got about 18 entries so far tonight. About 4.5 minutes left in practice for get qualifying underway. And I'm seeing some new names tonight. Again, hopefully I'll pronounce it correctly. The 15 here is Jeffrey. It's either Fodey or Foddy, Fodey. If anyone knows Jeffrey or knows how to pronounce that, hopefully I won't be pronouncing it wrong. I think Fodey sounds more right than Foddy, don't you think?
Yeah, I think so. I'm trying to look it up on Google to see if there's like a pronunciation for it. Well, if we're butchering your name, make sure you correct us afterwards so we'll get it right for the next broadcast. But going back on what you said with the turnout tonight, yeah, that's a great turnout here for the Sunday Night League. For those that you don't know, some of you may already do, there's racing here every night of the week at Tyler Daniels Racing. May not be totally broadcast every night on ET Drone Home Gaming as a broadcast style, but you can still tune in to watch Ethan run some of those league races. And if you're looking for a league to join, you're more than welcome to inquire. Look for it on Facebook. Be more than happy to get you hooked into this inclusive league. There is racing every day of the week here at Tyler Daniels Racing. So there's always something to look forward to. And Friday nights have been fun because they like to mix it up. So Tuesday nights, Trucking League will be getting started up after this the holiday season, so that'll be something to look forward to. I know I will be because I diligently run that league, learning new things every week from a lot of the strong drivers that work there. And if it's something that may interest you, please definitely look us up at Tyler Daniels Racing League. See if it's something that would fit your racing needs. We'd be more than happy to work with you. And the house smells amazing. I brewed some coffee beforehand, baked some brownies, and now it smells like Folgers and Duncan Hines up in my house. It's beautiful smells coming through, permeating through my house tonight. It's under 2 minutes to go.
The 78 here of his iRacing name is Logan Lax, but I believe he goes by Owen. To my knowledge, he hasn't raced with us in the Next Gen Cup Series just yet, so I think, if I'm not mistaken, this is his first race.
Oh, welcome, Owen. Good to see you here. Kind of do like your paint scheme. Red, white, and blue always strikes good with me. Not too familiar with SimSeats, but I'm hoping to get a rig set up soon. Maybe I'll have to look into what SimSeats has to offer. It's a pretty cool paint scheme. Everybody knows I love paint schemes. I'm all about great graphics and eye-catching things. I just love it. Love looking at cool things, and that's a cool looking paint scheme. So good job on that one. A little contact between the two as we're talking about them. Little broadcaster curse there. He's throwing strong. Owen Lax, number 78, holding the second fastest spot during practice. Ryan Walters with DEP Racing, he's holding the top spot. Jeremy Gaiman in the 09, holding the third spot. Bob Burlew in the 66 machine, he's holding ninth and looking really strong tonight too. Ty Bostic running some fast lap, 39.375. Jorge Rincon, haven't seen him in a little while. What's up? 11 car, 39.452. Dana Shepard, DP Racing, 44, 39.583. Tyler Daniels himself, the number 25, he's throwing a fast lap down, 39.588. So getting finished here with practice. Start going into some qualifying laps. I'm gonna put that out into YouTube land. We got a few viewers. Who's your pick tonight for taking the poll with your uh, knowledge of the drivers here? Who do you got? Who do you got for a pick tonight for the poll? What's that out there in the YouTube land? And Jess did ask. He was like, I put a trivia question out onto YouTube land before. I'm asking the pick for the poll. I put it out there if anybody knew Fun Trivia Night who won the first NASCAR race at Michigan. And Jess asked, "Does it count if we Google it?" I'm like, "Absolutely. You get to learn something new if you didn't know before, and you might find out a fun fact." But she did find the answer. Cale Yarborough in 1969, and then watching some clips from that race, it was a door-to-door battle at the end. So a lot of kind of like a lot of things you see in Cup racing nowadays. It was door-to-door, and it kind of reminded me of the Ricky Rudd Atlanta door-to-door battle. It was pretty intense. It reminded me kind of like that. So great job, Jess. And yes, it does count if you Google it. Okay, Jess Vosberg's picked is Ryan Walter for the poll. So let's see if her premonition or pick holds true. So far, it looks like the 78 of Owen Lax is putting down a fast lap, 39.155. Tyler Daniels threw one down. It was a fast one, 39.297 to take the second spot on the outside so far. Tyler Bowers with the third spot, threw down to 39.30, 380. Jim Downham in the 20 and 8 through 39.454, so far holding the fourth spot. Jeremy Gaiman in the 09, 39.456. So far holding on to that fifth spot. Ty Bostic, another playoff driver, 39.506 for the sixth spot. Dale Weiser in the 30 machine throws down a 39.528 to hold the seventh spot. Weiser in the 00 throws down a 39.795 to throw down for the eighth spot. It looks like Ty Bostic on his second lap threw down a 39.136. So that will throw him into the position of first with Owen Lax starting on the outside. Looks like McDonald in the 04 threw down a 39.829 for the ninth spot. Who just gets edged out by Ryan Walters with 39.646 for the ninth spot. And looks like Chuck McDonald so far holding on to the 10th. Oh, looks like now, yeah, McDonald 39.829 qualifying lap for that top 10 spot in qualifying. So still a few guys to go out with 4 minutes Done. 6 minutes remaining of qualifying. Still about 4 or 5 cars to go out. So soon to see who's going to take that top spot. We got Sharon O'Neill joining us in the broadcast over on YouTube. Hi, Sharon O'Neill. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us tonight. Glad to have you here.
Well, it looks like the majority of our drivers have all gone out and put laps down. Look, like Andrew Bisnet is coming out now to put down his qualifying time. While he does that, now that we have this being the first race of the playoffs, we've got a new graphic for you guys to be able to see where things are for these guys and their standings. So this is where we currently sit. Top 16 in order by points, which everybody is exactly the same. Everybody starts tonight at 1,000, and we'll adjust from there, and we'll have this graphic at the beginning of the races, so that way you can see who's in, who's out, and like we mentioned, that 13, 14, 15, and 16 will be eliminated after the race next week at Dover. So this graphic will definitely come in handy before the race next week, so we can see who is on the outside looking in and who's on the bubble. But right now there's not a ton of pressure, because there are a couple guys in this that we know aren't going to be able to compete in the playoffs. Devin Zimmerman, Brian Boyd. We haven't seen David Trumbley in a while, so I don't expect that. So those are going to be three, most likely three of the four that are going to get eliminated right off the bat. So there's really only going to be about one person that is going to be fighting to move on.
And points still do count, correct? For like your stage, your halfway where you get the extra points, that still counts for the playoffs. There's no extra special playoff points, right? It's still normal.
So I was informed that we no longer have the stage halfway points. So that was only for the regular season. The playoffs do not have that, but you still have the points for pole, leading a lap, and leading the most laps. So there's still 3 points available.
So there are still some important points that can be attained on top of your position. So okay, good to know.
And one point may not seem like much of a bonus, but when it's only 2 races, the points gap is probably going to be really close between a lot of these guys. Alright, so everybody that's gonna run a lap has done that at this point, and if they haven't, it doesn't matter because they do not have enough time. And Ty Bostic is going to be the pole winner for tonight. So congrats to Ty for that. We'll go ahead and start going through the race info for this evening. Just as soon as things switch over here.
So as everybody's lining up and getting gridded, I'll go through the lineup that we have tonight. Starting in a pole spot, we have Ty Bostic in the 22. And second, we have the 78 of Owen Lax. 25, Tyler Daniels. And the fourth spot, Tyler Bowers. Ryan Walters will hold up the fifth spot. Jim Downham is in P6. Jeremy Gaiman is in the seventh spot. In eighth, we have the 69 of Andy Busy Biznett. We have Dale Weiser in the 30 in the ninth spot. And Will Weiser in the 00 holding up P10. In 11th in the row behind him, we have 44, Dana Shepard in that DEP racing machine. We have the 04 McDonald in the 12th spot, Mike Matherly in the 13th spot, Bob Rouleau in the 66 car in the 14th, Jeremy Wooten, another playoff driver there, the 27 machine starting 15th. We have Jeffrey Foddy in the 15th in the 16th spot, the 11th car of Jorge Rincon in the 17th spot, and Lonnie Mixon is in the 18th spot, holding up the rear caboose position when we drop the green flag here at Michigan. They are taken off from pit road. Pace car is going to lead them around for a couple laps. Everybody's going to get warmed up. Taking a look at the stats here, Michigan International Raceway. A little hard for me to see. Ethan, you wanna call that there? It's really small for me.
Yeah, so our track length is a 2-mile D-shaped oval. We've got a track temp of 114 degrees. It's an 85 lap race. The fuel window is going to be somewhere around 45 to 48 laps. We may see them come in right around that time, maybe a little sooner. Also depends on how cautions flow, but we got 55 miles an hour for the pit road speed, unlimited sets of tire, and everyone is going to get one fast repair.
I appreciate that. The older I get, the harder things are to see, and kind of like with the astigmatism at night, I really don't want to thank the guy who invented LED headlights. That's for sure. I have some choice words for him, but that's a story for a conversation for another day. But we are going to get set to go green flag racing here in just a bit once that pace car pulls off. Take a look at that Bostic machine. I love that. Christmas getting in the spirit. Speaking of getting in the spirit, the pace car's dropping, and we are about to go green flag racing here at Michigan in Tyler Daniels Racing's Next Gen Series. First round of the playoffs. Here we go, Ethan.
Pretty good restart for both guys on the front row. Still relatively side by side, but it looks like Ty's going to be able to get away from Owen there.
How many people are going to be jockeying for position here in the beginning laps? Everybody's going to remember we're on cold tires, so take it easy going into these turns.
It sounds like I think we
see some
might
smoke.
have
We got a spinner. Now caution's out. Yeah.
Yellow flag is out. See if we can get an idea. Oh, it looks like maybe some
Andy Bisnet's involved.
contact between the 25 of Tyler Daniels and the 49 of Ryan Walter. Back this up
Yeah, it
just a
looks
little
like.
bit.
And Andrew Bisnet's front end, I'm looking at it's a little messed up. So I think he got into it a little bit as well.
It's like Tyler just kept moving up. Just got into the rear quarter of Ryan Walter,
Oh, I hate seeing
and
that.
Andrew
And then yeah,
Bizet didn't have anywhere to go.
yeah, poor Busy had nowhere to go, and he just T-bones him right on
And a
the
lot of other
sides.
cars involved here too. Chuck
Oh
McDonald, Will
wow.
Weiser, Dale Weiser's up there in the wall as well. So pretty exciting first lap here, and some guys probably gonna having to use some fast repairs right off
Just
the bat.
repairs. Mm-hmm. You have to keep an eye on who's going to use some fast repairs. That could play into play. And it's a long race, and we're only one lap in. So a lot of guys are probably going to be stressing after that.
I think Tyler Daniels might be having some internet issues maybe tonight because he's blinking a lot. We'll follow some of these other guys on pit road and see. You can see the right front on. Oh, and the contact between Ryan Walter and Andrew Bisnet there on pit road. I'm sure we'll
Guys are
see
having
a
some tough
fast
breaks
repair
early
taken.
on.
Oh no, Andrew Bisnet did not take his fast repair. And it's a really interesting choice because if you take a look at that right front, it is definitely turned in the wrong direction.
Yeah, hopefully some his spotter or his crew chief, somebody can let him know. You're right front. You're a little towed out, bud. You're a little towed out.
See, Ryan Walter definitely took his fast repair.
Yeah, looking clean, buffed out. Good to see. He's gonna have to take it easy for the rest of the race, but
Will Weiser still on pit road. He's not taking his just yet. Chuck McDonald's not taking his either. You can still see he's got some damage there.
yeah, they probably only have about 2 or 3 minutes, so maybe they're thinking they can get it done under some yellow flag conditions, or it's not that much, but we'll see. Looks like Will Weiser is away and Chuck McDonald's away.
And you can see Will Weiser's front right wheel is also turned in the wrong direction. So be interesting to see how he's able to do, along with Andrew Bisnet that didn't
I'm thinking they may
take
have
their
to
fast
come back
repairs.
in. Yeah, I'm thinking they're definitely going to have to come back in.
I
They
mean, I
can't
completely
drive a
understand
car
what they're
like
trying to accomplish. I mean, you don't want to use your fast repair after the first lap, but this is going to be interesting. Let's see the what to me looks like a wrapping paper paint scheme for Ty Bostic.
that. Yeah, isn't that pretty neat? I think that's really cool. I ran a charity race.
We might have to
That
put that in the ear of the admins of maybe getting more holiday paint schemes for the Sunday race next week, as it's going to be the last race of the last Cup race of the year.
yeah, I think that would be kind of cool. I ran a charity race a couple weekends ago for Toys for Tots, a truck race, and I ran a Christmas scheme. It was a great one to run. I had so much fun with it. It was the Masters of the Universe Christmas special and had Skeletor with a Christmas hat on it. It was so great. I loved it. It was so great. It looks like an ugly sweater in purple, and we just had so much fun with that race. It was everybody had a Christmas themed paint scheme done up by their favorite paint scheme designers or one that they did themselves, and we just then had a lot of fun and ended up raising about $2,500 for the Toys for Tots. So it was good all around. I didn't win the race, but all in all, the kids who really won. So our green flag racing back here at Michigan.
Really good jump by Ty. He's got already got about a 3-car lead over Tyler Bowers.
Yeah, he definitely took off all in the mail. He got 5 laps down, coming up on lap 6.
We got to fight for the lead here, though. Tyler Bowers quickly got back up. He's going to look to the inside. This is just allowing Owen Lax to get right up here into the conversation too.
A lot of good battles going on through the field. You got fourth and fifth side by side, a 3-car battle for fifth, sixth, and seventh.
Oh, big wiggle there for Owen.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I just saw that last second. See my camera angle. It was a good save. He got right back on. Logan Lax running that Chevy number 78 machine. Looks like he's driving from Chesterfield, Virginia. And
He's
got
having
some
a
sponsors.
lot of trouble right there as he was 3 wide. You see 3 cars go by now.
He's
There's
having a
another
hard time
car to
holding
his
on to it.
outside.
Wonder if he heated his tires up. Maybe he needs to calm down, cool him down a little bit.
A lot going on back here. Oh, see Dana Shepard get really loose too.
Rear view Jim from a view from Jim Downham, back of his 28 machine, driving from Ocean City, New Jersey. One of the areas I like to vacation in when I was back home was that area, Ocean City, Wildwood, New Jersey. Got a conversation with Jim in the garage about that, reminiscing about watching the tram car please in Wildwood, New Jersey. So he had a good chuckle about that. Hope he's staying warm over there on the East Coast.
Yeah, doing a really good job so far sitting there in the third.
Number 28, Havoc Ford Mustang. Take a look at Ryan Walters as after he took his fast repairs, so he's trying to fight his way back up to the field. Looks like he's maintaining pretty good. A little wiggle from Jim Downham there, but looks like he's maintaining pretty good. And 78 machine is getting things back under control, getting his groove back and his lines back down after that wiggle that he had before. So we see Ryan and Jim side by side through that turn. Looks like they straighten it out, coming back out through, going down the front stretch, holding it down to that white line, trying to get as much momentum and speed as they can.
That battle for the lead is staying real tight, and I think Tyler Bowers might have a run here down the backstretch. Wasn't quite enough, but he's definitely not letting Ty get away.
He's holding it right there on his back bumper, though. So if there's one little slip up, he is definitely there to try to take that lead spot. So you can see him holding that middle to high line, just staying right there on his bumper, waiting for one little slip up, knowing that he can just go on by. Yeah, staying right there. And good on him for doing that, too. Holding your line, stay in the middle. That's real good. Nice in-car shot looking out to the leader.
You can see Tyler's running a little bit of a different line than Ty is, at least in 1 and 2.
Yeah, he's like to stay a little bit higher, and Ty, likes to see there's a little slip up from Ty. Likes to hold it down a little bit lower there. So, but they both look like they're maintaining about the same amount of speed.
And if you want to have an idea of how much of a handful these can be, just watch his steering wheel if he has any trouble like he did this past lap. See that working that wheel just a little bit back and forth. Wasn't too bad this time, but he's got a run here. He's gonna see if he can take the lead away. Dives it in real deep.
Does.
He's gonna be able to get up in front, but is he gonna be able to hold it down the? He is able to slide up in front.
Yeah, it looks like he's gonna end up taking the lead here and leading this lap. So that strategy worked for him.
So there's a bonus point if he didn't already have that bonus point already. I'm not positive if he had led a lap prior to that one. I think he may have. But we've just got battles all over the place though right now. Little 3-car battle right here.
Kinds of action happening here at Michigan and Tyler Daniels Racing Next Gen Series tonight. Jim Downham staying high or staying low. Ryan Walters staying up on the high side. It's allowing those other 2 cars to actually catch up. So this could turn into a 5-car battle really soon here.
And Jorge's just pulling away from these guys now. Things got really close there between Dana and Jim.
Take a look at Dana Shepard in that DEP Racing 44. One of my teammates there driving out of Putney, Vermont. Another one of the New England boys. Can't wait to get back home, hopefully during the spring or summertime. He also races in real life, so I'm hoping to get back during the season time so I can go and help him out any way he can. So I know back when I was racing, free help was always the best help, no matter what you did, whether you were going to grab some gas or grabbing some tires and hauling them to the other side. It didn't matter, as long as an extra hand was always great. So I'm hoping to get back soon and hang out with Dana Shepard and his family and all his racing buddies, and that'll be a great time. He's holding that goes the position over the other 3 cars that were battling close a little while ago, and now that everybody's just single filed out. You take a look at the 09, trying to get a look in on the inside of 48 Havoc Mustang at Jim Downham. Not too far behind him, Tyler Daniels' machine. Loose there.
We've seen it over and over again. A lot of guys getting really loose off of turn 2.
I bet you they're on the radio screaming for tires, and everybody's just saying, calm down, just, back it out a little. We'll get you there. We'll get you there. We're only 20 laps in, so yeah, I bet you a lot of drivers are screaming for some.
So we talked about guys that didn't take their fast repair, and if we take a look here, we've got Chuck McDonald, one of those guys that didn't. You can see the damage on his car still, and he is nowhere near the rest of the field right now. So he is absolutely praying for a caution at this point. It's not the way you want to start out the playoffs. And we know that Will Weiser was another one that elected not to take a fast repair. He's sitting in the 13th position, obviously off the pace still. And then Andrew Bisnet being the other car that we noticed that did not take a fast repair. Not doing too bad right now, running in 11th. Got a little bit of draft help. Still see Tyler Daniels blinking there on the racetrack.
Yeah, it's got to be a frustrating thing. I mean, it can be a frustrating thing for drivers around that car when that's happening, and it's all part of sim racing, folks. If you didn't know, the blinking or glitching or whatever you may want to call it, it's all part of sim racing. Um, it's not only frustrating for the drivers around that person that's blinking. It's very frustrating for the person that is blinking because you're trying to fix it, you're trying to race, you're trying to continue on, and you're trying to do different things to eliminate yourself from blinking, and whether that's your field of view or turning something off that you may be using. As we take a look on the inside of the 30 machine, um, trying to figure out while controlling the car, it's almost like real life racing. It's like something's going wrong on the inside electrical, and you're trying to figure it out while maintaining the space. The same thing goes on with blinking, and but I found myself in positions before with blinking and being in a tight situation, and having to bail or doing whatever you had to do to try to get it to stop. So feel for him. I hope he gets that fixed as soon as he can on that Tyler Daniels machine. Look at a battle here in car cam for that fifth and sixth spot between Jorge Ricon and the 30 machine. Looks like the 30 machine was able to get around him. As the camera view goes back to the 21 Ford of Mike Matherly from Hampstead, North Carolina. And he's just smooth and steady there through the turn, just saving himself and waiting to go get some tires and more fuel to continue on. We're looking at 25 laps to 85.
So everybody's played nice with each other ever since lap 1. And now that we've been under green for about 22 laps or so, we're at the point now where everyone's dealing with long run and tire wear, tire consumption, and we're gonna start to really see who did a good job of protecting that tire from getting shredded up too much, especially that right front.
Yeah, if you've been leaning on it into the turns, you're gonna want to you definitely want that replaced as soon as possible. How many laps did we say that they may be able to run on fuel on a fuel run?
You'd be looking around 45 to 48 laps. Which pretty much is right around the halfway point, so
yeah,
you may see these guys run it all the way dry.
I was trying to think with the field that we have, if there's anybody here that may do we got a little bit of a spin there. Nice save, got loose there.
Looks like
Danish Shepherd.
Looks like maybe Tyler Daniels has had an incident. Go and take a look and see what happened. Sitting there side by side with the 21 of
Mike Matherly.
Mike Matherly, yeah. Oh, another continued blinking, and the two of them got connected. I'm kind of surprised that we didn't get a caution for that, but it's up to the drivers to tell the admins that we needed a caution.
We are still green here. Well, that was a blinking incident, and then into a net code, and Dana Shepherd is on the back of that 30 Ford
Still
Mustang
one of the
machine.
Closest battles that we currently have on the track, but we definitely have some other close ones still going on. I mean, the battle between our leaders is still neck and neck, and Ty's actually going to be attempting to take it back right here.
As he dips on the inside of him, and yeah, it does look like he's going to try to attempt to make that pass. He stays low, and he did it.
Tyler got a little loose off of turn 2, and it's quite possible that Ty's been doing a better job at saving his tires, or maybe Tyler just made a mistake. We'll see if Ty drives away, or if Tyler can bounce back and take the spot back again.
Well, I mean, he's only about a car length behind, so the possibility is there because he's up on the draft and looking to his outside right now. Low across the start-finish line, but he's staying right there on his bumper. He tried to make another attempt coming off there, but he did get a little sideways, was able to catch it and still keep going as he's like a car and a half length distance behind Ty Bostic.
Couple others chiming in into the chat. You got Derek Donna saying that he's hoping to be back in these races soon. He's having some internet issues. And Mytroid says it's been nice watching. Daniel's,
it's good to have you, buddy, Derek.
Daniel's rooting on Dana Shepherd, saying he's picking his way to the front. Dana in the 5th spot right now as we continue to watch these two leaders just going back and forth at it. You can see Tyler now trying the high line.
Now, I still say if I was in his position, I would be staying right on his bumper if I could, waiting for any kind of slip up or any disturbance, or going into a turn and go ahead and making the pass. But he seems to be pushing that car real hard, trying to make a pass, which wouldn't be in my best interest to do because I'd be afraid with these many laps in of just really killing those tires a lot more than they're already gone. So trying to maintain as much as he takes another look on the outside, but it doesn't look like he has enough momentum to try to make that pass.
Well, as the run goes on and you get later in the run, you know, you can start searching a little bit, trying different lines. High side can definitely be a viable option here. You can still see Tyler sliding back there just a little bit.
Yeah, he's really pushing it hard, trying to do everything he
But
can to try to get around him.
sometimes loose is fast, and if he's sliding that right rear, then he's not tearing up the right front. Looks like he's gonna get side by side with Ty here. And if he takes away Ty's exit off of turn 2, I think there's a strong chance that Tyler gets by right here. Ty's not going to be able to run all the way up to the wall like he has been. Yeah, gave advantage to Tyler. Tyler Bowers back up front.
Hmm.
3-car battle here. Ryan Walter, Dana Shepard, Dale Weiser, all fighting for the 3rd position.
Now back on board in that 44, there's Fat Chick Shocks and Accessories of Dana Shepard. He's on the hunt of trying to get past that 30 machine of Dale Weiser. And he's staying high right up against the wall. Expect him to dip down low, try to make a pass on him soon.
I really like the line that Dana's running. Dale gets loose there.
Allows Dana to get right on by if they're staying high. It's great to see.
Dana does. He seems to be real comfortable. Doesn't look like he's having to fight the car that much. He drifts up a little bit right there, but
yeah, just staying steady control of the car. Very. Hearing on some of the radio chatter, sounds like some of the cars may be starting to come into pit here. Lap 40.
Will Weiser, one of the cars, once again, we know that he was wanting to get a lot of damage fixed. He sits here on pit road. And not seeing anything being done to that car, so I'm not sure what exactly is happening right now. But we did have some up there. Okay, Will's leaving now at this point, but that was a 55-second stop, so he must have been going to get extra damage repaired. We got Logan, who's been running up towards the front a lot of this race. Ryan Walter now coming down. And you know, this is going to be an advantage to some of these guys that are pitting first. I know we talk about it a lot, but pit first, get on fresh tires, get a couple laps in, running faster laps than Ty and Tyler. Jeremy Gaiman coming into the screen there as well for his pit stop. So we're just going to be keeping an eye on our leaders, and there goes Tyler Bowers. He's going to come down now. I think if I was Ty, I would 100% be coming down this time.
Yeah, absolutely, because you don't want to push it too much, because then you're going to chance them passing you, and you're going to be stuck in the back fighting your way back all the way through.
He's not coming.
Interesting call to see being made here right now by the 22.
A couple others that still
His
haven't
car,
come
yeah,
down
Dana
yet.
Shepard stayed out. Dale Weiser had stayed out as well.
I just feel like there's too much opportunity for potential gains to have not come in by now.
Listen to the radio chatter. Sounds like the 44. Dana Shepard will be coming in this lap. The 30 of Dale Weiser will also be coming in this lap.
Dale was wanting to be a little bit more aggressive than Dana was, but didn't want to cause an incident there. I think he ended up backing off there just a little bit.
You know, that's a great call too, because you're not backing off going into the pits. You're risking, you know, ruining two people's races there. So that's a good call for backing off. I've damaged my car more trying to get into the pits than I have just actual racing. So smart call for the 30 car, backing off going into the pits there. As now finally we see some more cars coming down. 22 has still opted to stay out. He has not come in.
Yeah, we've got Ty Bostic, Jorge Rincon, Andrew Bisnet, Jeffrey Fody, Bob Burlew, Mike Matherly, Lonnie Mixon. All these guys we're still waiting to see hit the pits. Our leader is finally coming down. I fully expect Tyler Bowers to regain the lead when this filters back out. Andrew Bisnet currently shown as our leader, but again, he still has to pit. All right, see, there's the gap right there. Tyler Bowers just passed Ty. That was for position, so you can see the gap there now. It's quite a bit. Ryan Walter is going to get by as well. And there's some other players here that, you know, Dana Shepard now coming up not too far behind. Very interesting decisions made here. And it's difficult to catch back up at a track like this unless you have some help.
Sometimes you'll have to, team up with people that normally you wouldn't be someone that you'd be teaming up with to at least try to fight your way through the pack. We may see some of that happening here tonight.
Oh, Will Weiser up in the wall.
But was there a wiggle or something like that? I couldn't see anything. I was watching, but I didn't see anything that would. Wonder if that right front tire finally let go.
I don't know if that was a if he just got too close to the wall on entry, or if he's still dealing with damage. We know that he still didn't take his fast repair. He stayed on pit road a long time, and I think he's still just been hoping for that caution. But he's currently not in the lucky dog position, so caution's not really going to help him out too much right now.
Yeah, it looks like the damage is still taking wear on him because he was trying to dip in behind his dad in that 30 machine. He was slipping on time.
This 3-car battle, even though on track, it's going to show that this is all for the 4th position, but in reality, this is going to be for 2nd because Bob Burlew, who's currently situated as our leader, actually just was overtaken by Jeffrey Fody. Bob Burlew went down into the pits. But it may not be staying out if you're Bob and Jeff wasn't the worst call because, if you're not doing the greatest, you're running in the back, you got to try something different.
You're going to try anything.
You stay out.
Yeah.
Oh, big wiggle there for Jeffrey. And, try to get out front. Hopefully caution comes out. You're probably going to pull everybody down pit road with you, so. Not a bad call at all, and unfortunately it's going to put them even further back than they were before, but oh, and Jeffrey has missed pit road, it looks like. Oh, he's
Totally
able to,
missed it.
he definitely did not get the entry he wanted, but he did manage to get on. Now we have things situated back now. This is going to cycle everybody. Jeffrey was the last one that had not pit. So our top 2 are still the same familiar faces that we've seen all night between Tyler Bowers and Ty Bostic. But we definitely have a new player here coming into the mix here. Dana Shepard, 3rd place. Right here in the mix of it.
Yeah, Dana Shepard, he started in the 11th spot, but he's been coming up through the field graciously, and he has been putting the heat on in that 44 DEP Racing Chevy. And he's looking to give a challenge to the 22 Ty Bostic, one of the playoff contenders. So he's turning the heat on as well in 54 laps down of 85. Too far back is another DEP Racing racer, Ryan Walters in the 49. He's running about a second behind him. And then the 5th spot is the 30 of Dale Weiser. So there's still some big players here as we look at Dana Shepard cutting in on the inside of Bob Burlew. Making the pass nice and clean there. 21 looking to do the same. Burlew showing in the 11th spot. He's a lap down, but to be a caution, it would be Lucky Dog. So he'd be able to get his lap back as long as he doesn't get into that incident. Those three are right there. It could be anybody could be leading this race at any moment with one slip up. This is an amazing battle for first between Tyler Bowers, Ty Bostic, and Dana Shepard.
Now, I 100% still agree with Tyler Bowers' call going a little early, trying to get a gap on everybody, which he did. But now that that gap's disappeared, the advantage does go over to Ty Bostic.
And Dana Shepard, yeah, because their tires are a lot fresher. Like 3-4 laps. How many laps did you
It's
scout?
2 lap difference between Tyler and Dana, but there's a 4 lap difference between Tyler and Ty. And it may not seem like much, but it absolutely can make a difference.
Dana Shepard looks on the inside of the 22 of Ty Bostic.
And it's going to be extremely difficult for Dana to make that pass on the inside. Whenever you got a car to the outside, it's going to be a huge advantage to that car because they're going to have the car in front of them that's able to, they're able to pull a draft from going down. Oh, big slide from
Big
Tyler.
wiggle.
Hangs onto it, and not only does he hang onto it, he might be going back to the lead.
What?
What
How
a
does
move.
that?
Oh, a little bit of contact between Dana and Ty.
Well, that's okay. They kept it together. That's and they just realized that there's still a lot of racing to go.
That was really impressive by Tyler.
Able Dana Shepard to get right there on his rear bumper as Ty Bostic's not too far behind Dana Shepard's rear bumper as well.
Dana's going to look to the inside, but this could hurt him. He could fall back. Oh no, a little wiggle from Tyler.
Flag's out. Caution flag is out as Dana Shepard had passed them, so it looks like Dana may be pulling into the lead here.
Let's go see if we can.
We'll have to take a look for we can figure out what the caution was. Yeah.
Not sure what it couldn't have been for this because we saw this and we know that the caution wasn't here, but this is where our info is being given to us. Don't know if you're hearing anything on the radio, but it may have been I don't know if it was from Chuck McDonald possibly.
Take a look at that for you right now.
Chuck McDonald had gone into the pits. But I don't know if it's because he had an issue or not. He had also just come out of the pits and went right back in, so...
Right, I don't think it was him. Taking a look at that, it wasn't... Well, that being said, I can't figure out
Well,
right now why the caution came out, but that's definitely going to be um, a game changer here.
so looks like maybe a bit of a slow pit stop for Dana Shepard. He lost 4 positions. He went in first and came out fifth.
Yeah, there was nothing over the radio about. All I heard was caution. Nothing as to why. I didn't see any cars really spinning or anything. So going through the replay here on my end, I'm not seeing as to why the caution would come out, but it did.
And I know we got some excited fans for Dana once he took the lead, and we'll see if he's able to get himself back up there. I think there's a possibility that maybe he went too far in his box. Can't say for sure, but that's going to be my guess on why he would have had a slower pit stop.
You know, those heated tires coming off those pit stops. So yeah, sometimes it does happen. I've overshot my pit many times. Oh, I really can't tell. I'm going to stop trying to figure out why we went to yellow, but we're under yellow, folks. That's all I can tell her.
But we're going green now.
Flag drops. So Bob Rule, great run outside of the 27. So the Will Weiser's got a great run.
And 21 laps to go here this time by, and now, I wouldn't say it's necessarily go time, if you will, but
Pressure's on for sure.
If you're not up front, it's pretty much time to figure out a way to get there.
I expect a couple of the guys to be pushing hard coming up through the field really, really quickly here and start challenging for those first, second, and third spots. The likes of Ryan Walter, Jorge Rincon, Dana Shepard is another one that I expect to be up here really shortly. Andrew Bisnet. Some diving on the inside to try to get by. 22 is trying to get down to get a run on the 49, or on the 57. We got the 49 looking on the inside, trying to get a run on the 30. There's action heating up everywhere here with 19 laps to go in Tyler Daniels Racing League at Birchwood, Michigan. 22's looking up high now to see if he can get a run. Not too far behind him, the 30 machine and the 49. The 11's trying to stay up on the high side with the 49. Dana Shepard's cutting down low, so there's action all here.
This is
in
not
the
going to
top
be
5-6 spots.
I don't think this is going to be a good spot for Tyler on the inside.
There's a little bit of door rubbing
He's
there.
going to get help from Ryan. But I'd say the advantage is going to go to Ty in that outside. Tyler not giving up yet, but
Well, he knows he can see a little bit what's going on in that rear mirror, and he sees 4 other cars hot on the heels of those first 2 spots. So everybody's feeling it.
oh, that was close.
Wow. Whoa.
Tyler did not want to be stuck on the bottom anymore. I mean, we've got 7 cars, all right here, all for each one for position.
All vying for it. Absolutely right there. It can be anybody's race at this moment. This is it's absolutely
And how
insane.
about
the
look
racing
at Dana
we're seeing.
making a good move there to the outside. He was in the back of this pack.
He's found something. He's found some speed. Someone slipped up something where he has found something because he is on a tear on the outside line. Looking on the inside is that 30 machine of Dale Weiser, but then you have right behind him the 49, Ryan Walters. Dana goes on the inside, which puts Ryan Walter in the 49 machine in the 30 car side by side. So that'll give some momentum for those first 2 cars. But then now 1 and 2, the first and second spot, now they're side by side. So there's action all over here, Ethan.
Who's Dana gonna ride behind? It looks like he's gonna be staying behind Tyler. That's gonna help him. I think Dana's the best car right now out of the top bunch.
I would have to absolutely agree with you because he's just maintaining that middle to high line, gaining speed, and that's been going on this whole race, not just here in these closing laps with 14 to go, but he has just been steadily on the
A little bit of contact.
He's just been steadily coming up through and then just challenging and then taking the lead, and then that caution came out. He did have the misfortune in the pit box, but it seems like he's making up some of that here on the track. Oh, he has moved into that second spot, getting around the 22 with Ty Bostic. Ryan Walters in the 49 machine is in 4th. Dale Weiser in the 30 is running 5th. So the top 5, and they're all running so close together. Look at the gaps. I mean, they're half a second, 0.6. A gap between any of them here. Now the 6th and 7th spot, Jorge Ragone and Andrew Bisnet, they're coming up quick too. On board with the 11 machine of Jorge Rincon, Circle Dulce, California, as he stays on the high line as they're going right by the 22 of Ty Boston. You see Ty on the inside peer back in. Looks like he had a little bit more momentum coming in, but that draft on the high line's given Jorge.
Ty's been stuck there on the bottom and hasn't had any draft help, and
Jorge got a little loose there.
he definitely floated up, and that's going to hurt him here.
Yeah, Ty will probably.
But even with that, Ty still isn't able to get by. And I think, you know, if you're somebody like Ryan here right now, the best bet for you is to just buy your time, save tires, and then make a run at it in the last couple laps. But he just got passed by Dale Weiser, so now Dale Weiser is going to be in that same spot that I just mentioned. And you know, don't try too hard at the wrong times to make a move here. I mean, you saw how Ty went from, you know, about second place all the way back to.
Oh, Danny Trevor's on the inside.
Oh, we got really close there. Oh, Dale's gonna get to the inside or the outside of Dana, but Dana's now trying to go for the lead, and he's not gonna be able to get it done. Thought Ryan Walter was gonna take it 3 wide, and Ryan noticed that he was gonna get stuck on the bottom. He tried to go back to the outside, but Jorge shut that door. It is so hard. Dana, oh no.
Dana got loose.
That's going to put him to the back of this pack. Oh, Dana trying to force his way in there.
Looks like he got really, really loose. He's staying there on the bottom. Taylor Bowers, after all that, is starting to pull away just a little bit on the now second place 30 machine. Ty Bostic is in the third and the 22. So they're starting to try to fight, stay up top there, stay in the draft, and catch up to each other with 8 laps to go.
Tyler Bauer's done a really good job of being able to stay out front. Really would have expected guys with draft to be able to find a way to get to him. I mean, don't get me wrong, Dale is right there, but it is not going to be an easy task to get by him.
Yeah, it seems like he's maintaining. It doesn't seem like he's losing it.
With the cars behind, I mean, if they get close to Dale and he tries to make a pass on the bottom, he could very easily go to the back.
Yeah, it happened to the 44 a couple laps ago.
Ryan Walter made his way back up to third.
The radio chatter, he thought he had made it thrown the 22 up into the wall a little bit, but he didn't. So that's good. He was just making sure.
It's going to be really difficult at this point. I think for the third and fourth place guys there of Ryan and Ty to get back to have a shot at this, but all it takes is one little slip up.
Little wiggle, and then you're going back a couple places, and that can happen with on the white flag too. So you never know. Stay tuned. 4 laps to go. Tyler Daniels Racing, Next Gen Series. battle with Dana Shepard and Andrew Bisnett. Two laps to go. 2 laps to go at Michigan. We have Tyler Bowers still holding the lead with Dale Weiser in second. Ryan Walters holding the third spot. Ty Bostic still holding the fourth. Bisnett in fifth. Dana Shepard holding the sixth. I know they were battling here a few moments ago. Winding it down here. Does anybody have what it takes? It looks like Tyler Bowers may have exactly that.
He's got an absolute commanding lead at this point. Can just about coast to the win, as long as he doesn't make any mistakes. Off of turn 4 for the last time down the front stretch. Tyler Bowers gets it done. First round of the playoffs. Dale Weiser second, Ryan Walter third, Ty Bostic fourth, Andrew Bisnett round out the top 5.
As they take their cool down lap, I'm sure we're going to get them all situated and get them cooled down, and we'll get a couple of these guys in here in the broadcast booth. We take a look at Tyler Bowers taking his victory lap, possibly some donuts here at the start finish line as he just whips it around in there and just lights them up, smoking it up. Good win, Tyler. Congrats on that from St. Helens, Oregon. Someone out here in my way, with an hour behind me, 57, smoking it up.
Park it in right there in the front stretch victory lane, one of the somewhat unique ones in NASCAR that actually has a victory lane close to the front of the track.
That'd be a fun shot for him to take later, put up on his virtual wallpaper wall. I have a couple of them. Those are great. Fun to have if you're an iRacing driver. Fun to have if you support an iRacing driver.
So it doesn't look like we have access to Tyler to be able to chat with him. We do have our second place finisher with Dale Weiser available, so we're going to grab him, have a word. Hey Dale, got you up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yep. What's up?
Hey, great job tonight, getting the podium, second place finish. Great way to start the playoffs off. I know that yourself and Will are unfortunately supposed to miss a race or two here, but regardless, it's still a great way to start. And yeah, looked like maybe it was a little rocky there with that first caution. Maybe had a little bit of damage, but guess it wasn't too much to keep you from being able to get up to the front.
Yeah, SBC Motorsports, Chick-fil-A, Ford, I think I'm driving. Um, Thought we were going to be good on the long run more than the short, so I was surprised once I was back there in fifth or whatever on that last restart that I got second. I think it was just more positioning, you know, if you get the outside, you pretty much freight train the guy in the bottom. But I know I got touched into the wall on the first yellow. Will, I think, might have T-boned whoever was sliding there, and he never kind of recovered. He got a black flag at some point on pit road. But good
Right
win by
on.
Bowers.
Right on. Highlight, low light. What's the best and worst thing that happened during your race today?
Yeah, probably my pit, the yellow, green flag pit stop. I was coming out. I practiced the out lap, but I felt the car coming up against the line, and I didn't want to get a black flag, so I burped it, and that cost me like a second, and then I lost the draft. So without that last yellow, I was doomed for fifth or sixth or whatever that was.
Well, fortunately, you were able to get that yellow and did a great job coming up through the front there. And as I mentioned it, I guess you are supposed to miss a race here. Is that when exactly is that happening?
I think we're on vacation January 17th through the 24th. So whatever weekend that is. Um, you know, maybe iRacing will have an update and you guys will have to cancel or something.
Well, it looks like that would be the first round of the round of 8 at Atlanta on the 22nd. Um,
Yeah.
so, but obviously we'll see what happens. You never know. You could still somehow find a way to point in, depending on maybe others can't show up, and
Yeah. It's
who
possible.
knows. So, but
All
good
right.
job again tonight, and enjoy the rest of your night.
Yeah, thanks you too for the broadcast and a shout out to any family members that are watching.
Absolutely. Great race and enjoy your time off when that comes up.
Yep. Take it easy, guys.
All
Oh,
right,
yeah.
so
Who else we got? We got third place Ryan Walter we can have come in.
yeah, absolutely. Ryan Chastain Walter, you got us?
Yep.
All right, Ryan. So,
Buddy!
podium finish, great way to start the playoffs, and it looked like it was a little bit of an up and down race. You had some maybe some moments of getting real loose, and then obviously that rough start there just on the first lap with the contact between Tyler and yourself, but great bounce back.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what happened with me and Tyler. I thought I was flush against the wall or as close as I could without scraping it. And next thing you know, I'm being turned left. And I did have to use my fast repair, but I didn't let that get in my head and just slowly worked my way back up and got back in the top 5 again and stayed there for the rest of the night, it seemed like, for the race. And that last caution, I was fighting with Dale and Ty Bostic hard to, well, I was trying to get the win, but also trying to help myself in points, which we're going to be close either way with the, with us 3 up front. It's going to be close in points anyway, but it's hard to beat those 2. They're good drivers, but I just happen to have just enough to stay in front of Ty and not enough to get in front of Dale Weiser.
Yeah, what do you think you would have needed to be able to catch Tyler or Dale?
To catch Dale, I honestly think I needed to take entrance to 3 better because I was overdriving it that last stint and I was not fixing it. If I fixed that, I probably could have caught him and maybe would have passed him. I don't know. It didn't happen, but just thinking about it, I'll remember that next time for Michigan. I was over driving 3, but I was driving 1 and 2, I think, very good. But early in the race, it was complete opposite. I was driving 3 and 4 good, and 1 and 2 terrible.
Well, you put yourself in a good spot to be able to advance. There should be absolutely no reason why we won't see you in the round of 12. And, we got Dover next week, your home track. So, how do you feel about Dover?
I don't normally do well at Dover, but I love Dover. It's my home state's track, my track. Love Dover. I may not do well there, but it's a great track. I got to put some practice in. But other than that, I love the track. Great track. It shows who can drive, and not who can drive, who can save tires and be fast at the same time. And you definitely see it. Michigan did show that too, but that's only later runs. Fast runs, everybody's fast for Michigan, but after that, it's just who saved their tires the best, which is every track except for Daytona or Talladega.
Well, I think it was a great run. You were showing some amazing strength, some great pit strategy as well. Is there anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, I would like to thank Mission 22 and Nocturne Gaming. Those two have been two of my biggest sponsors. Great people, and also Nocturne Gaming. A bunch of guys that I know through YouTube channel. Pretty fun. Also, they make some funny content with different types of games. And DEP Graphics. I look great in my car because my car looks great because of DEP Graphics. All the time. I'll go for him for paints for my vehicles anytime.
Well, we were talking on the broadcast about putting the bug in all the drivers' ears that me and Ethan would love to see some Christmas paint schemed themes next week because we're going to be taking a break. So I don't know. Maybe think about something like that. We'll put the bug in the ear of all the admins and drivers, and maybe we'll see some Christmas themed paint schemes out here. You look great out there tonight. Love those paint schemes.
Thanks, man. I tried my best even after the accident. Didn't let it shrug me off. Stuff happens. Me and Tyler got together. No hard feelings between me and him. Stuff happens. Hope he's not stressing out about it. I didn't. I used my fast spare to stay on the lead lap. So did he. And kept racing. So stuff happens. Racing happens. Everybody's racing, trying to win, and I just happened to be in an accident early on in it.
Oh yeah, we were talking about that on the broadcast. Net code blinking, it's all part of iRacing. It's all part of what happens here. You got to adapt. And good job for brushing it off and just, focusing and just keeping on going where you had to go. And you ended up third place. So good job, Ryan. We're all proud of you.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for the broadcast again. Ethan and Josh, love to hear you guys up here. Love to always watch you back, no matter if I do good or bad.
You're welcome. Glad to be here for you.
Absolutely, man. Have a good one.
You too.
All right, so I was going to grab one more guy because it's always nice to talk to at least 3. And Andrew Bisnet's the next top finisher that we have available.
Z. Love talking to Biz.
Busy. You got us busy?
Hey, how's it going?
It's going well, man. You had a relatively quiet night, I'd say, other than that first accident, but made your way up, solid top 5 finish, good points day. And how'd you feel it went for you tonight?
It was, the accident obviously wasn't too ideal, but at the same time, I don't hate how it happened because as people were starting to take their pit stops around halfway, as I figured they would. I wanted to stay out and get a lap led just to get that point. I mean, unfortunately, I'm going to have to miss a couple of the playoff races, but I mean, it doesn't mean I can't get the points while I can. And the way it worked around when that caution came out with like 20 to go, or 20 or 30 to go, that was pretty ideal because I knew I could just run the heck out of the tires, and if it's good enough, fine. If not, then oh well, we tried. But it was a good time. The top line didn't come in the way I quite had wanted to. I think Auto Club's a little better for the top line as far as these two big D-shaped tracks, but you know, it was good. Sometimes a relatively quiet race is a good race.
Do you think that had anything to do with the new racing model that iRacing put out with the tire, how the rubber gets laid down on the track now? Now you have to actually surge for a line at certain types of runs in the longer stages of the races. You think that had something to do with it?
I'm sure it probably did. I haven't had a lot of time to practice on it to, do some time trials to see how the track wears in. But, I mean, it wasn't completely unraceable. It's just I wasn't getting I wasn't able to get the launch off the top line as I could. It was raceable, just kind of unfamiliar because of the changes. But that's something that'll come in time, and we'll just have to. That might make the racing a little different at some of these tracks we go to, where the high line, you kind of got to ease into it a little bit and see what happens.
You did a great job. You ended up fifth spot. Some important points here in the playoffs. I know that you're going to miss some races, and sorry to hear that. But you never know how it's going to play out with other people that may have to miss as well. Is there any shout outs? Anybody you want to thank?
Just a big thanks to everybody for coming out. For the folks that we do have. I know it's holiday season can be a little busy for a lot of folks, but we're all here for fun. We're all getting paid the same amount to win or to finish 20th in these races. It's all about who we have here. We're all having a good time, all have fun. But yeah, all that, and thank you guys for doing these. I do go watch the replays, usually the next day, just to see. In this case, I'm gonna look to see how bad the wreck looked from what you guys were watching there too. I know it kind of scared me coming out of nowhere, but it is what it is. It's still a good time though, because all the folks here are really great.
Sim racing, huh?
Yes, sir.
Well,
It is.
great finish tonight. Congrats on the 5th place spot.
Thanks, guys. Really appreciate it. You guys have a good one.
Hey, you too. All right. Well, it looks like actually everybody else is called tonight. So even if we wanted to talk to somebody, we don't even have.
Nope. See ya. Bye.
We don't have that option. So we'll just go ahead and we'll go through the race results, and we'll call it a night ourselves. So the results here from playoff race number 1 at Michigan for the TDR Next Gen Cup Series. Tyler Bowers gets it done, gets the win. Dale Weiser 2nd, Ryan Walter 3rd, Ty Bostic 4th, Andrew Bisnet 5th, Dana Shepard 6th, Jorge Rincon 7th, Jim Downham 8th, Jeffrey Fody 9th, Bob Burlew 10th, Mike Matherly 11th, Logan Lax actually goes by Owen 12th, 13th Jeremy Gaiman, 14th Lonnie Mixon, 15th Will Weiser, definitely didn't have the race that he wanted tonight. Tracy Wooten in 16th, Chuck McDonald 17th, and we have Tyler Daniels in the 18th position, and that rounded out the field for this evening. And if we go ahead, we'll take one more look at the points before the beginning of this race, and just to kind of note some guys that struggled a little bit tonight. Will Weiser and Chuck McDonald, Bob Burlew. He finished in the top 10, so that'll be decent enough for him. We saw Tracy Wooten. He finished all the way back in 16th. Mike Matherly in 11th. But a lot of these guys aren't going to have too much to worry about in the first round. We didn't see Dustin Scruggs. We didn't see David Tremblay. We didn't see Dale Power, Brian Boyd, Devin Zimmerman. So at least 5 guys that weren't able to come out tonight. So when you got the bottom 4 that are getting eliminated and 5 guys didn't show up, it's going to make it a lot easier for you to make it into the next round. So I think that honestly, at this point, I don't think that any drivers that are actually going to be on the track are going to get eliminated in this first round. I don't think we're going to see our first true elimination until we get to the round of 12, which, obviously we'd like to see a little bit more competition in the first round, but obviously these guys aren't here because they've got other life things going on. They are still a part of TDR. They're not here because they quit. They've just had life things going on. So, but hopefully we see them back soon. But it's definitely going to help out some of these drivers that may not actually typically advance this far, and new opportunities for guys. So it'll be interesting. We'll see what unfolds next week at Dover, and we'll have the updated points to start the race come next Sunday at Dover.
Sounds great. I'm excited for Dover. And one of a known fact, me and you love that track. It's fun to run, so we'll have a great time calling it. Giving a shout out to all my friends and everybody, to you, Ethan, my teammates, Ethan, Chris, and Ian, and Ryan, and Dan, and all those guys there, DP, Garage 73. We love you guys. Thanks for supporting us, and thanks for tuning in. We appreciate everything that you do for us, and we love doing it for you.
Absolutely. All right, everyone, that's going to end it for us tonight. Hope you all enjoyed. Thanks for coming again, and we'll see you next Sunday's broadcast at Dover. And stay safe, everybody. See you then.